no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You misunderstood.
These videos are not for children. If you're a children, then piss off.
Hey there, it's me, your least favorite YouTuber, the Infuso. And I'm just gonna get right into it. It's not looking good for Gotham Knights. I think it's gonna be bad. Like, really bad. Like, really, really, really bad. If you were to look up the word disappointment in a dictionary, you would find a picture of me. But then just below that, you would find the actual definition for the word disappointment. But then just below that, you would find the Gotham Knights logo used as a secondary example. Wait, hold on. Why are you playing that footage? Oh, you thought I was talking about Gotham Knights the game. Oh, no. Common misconception. I mean Gotham Knights the TV show. There we go. Yes, Gotham Knights the TV show, which has absolutely nothing to do with Gotham Knights the game. It's just a video game series and a TV show coming out around the same time that happen to share the same exact name. Granted, there are a few similarities between these two properties, but unfortunately there's by far many more differences. Both the TV show and the video game take place post-Batman, with a Batman family of sorts coming together to try to figure it all out. However, while one property is done with characters we know and love, the other is done with characters that are just made up for the convenience of the plot. But before I give you my own opinions on what's to come, let me at least give you their synopsis. This is the plot of the show, not in my own words, but in theirs. This is how they promoted it. So here, attempting to stifle his vomit long enough to give us the full synopsis, is friend of the channel, Tommy Grayson. Take it away.
Batman is dead, and a powder keg has ignited Gotham City without the Dark Knight to protect it. In the wake of Bruce Wayne's murder, his adopted son Turner Hayes is framed for killing the Caped Crusader, along with the children of some of Batman's enemies, Duela, an unpredicted fighter and skilled thief who was born in Arkham Asylum and abandoned by her father Harper Row, a streetwise and acerbic engineer who can fix anything, and her brother Cullen Row, a clever transgender teen who is tired of being polite and agreeable. With the charismatic and hard-changing District Attorney Harvey Dent and the GCPD hot on their trail, Turner will rely on allies, including his best friend and formidable coder, Stephanie Brown, and unlikely Batman sidekick Carrie Kelly. But our knights will soon learn there is a larger, more nefarious force at work in Gotham City. This team of mismatched fugitives must band together to become its next generation of saviors, known as Gotham Knights.
To be honest, I'm at a loss for words, V. Like, I don't even know what to say as far as my reaction. Like, I don't even know, bro.
Now there's a couple things that stand out and bother me about this description. For one, I get that for one reason or another, Warner Brothers doesn't want Batman used in a live-action series. But this trope of Batman either being dead or missing, or worse, dead and missing, feels beyond repetitive. This was just done in Batwoman. Batman is missing, we don't know where he is, LOL, JK, he might be dead. That's Batwoman, that was just done. Even long before that, we had Birds of Prey, where Batman was once again MIA. Emphasis on the M. And when the Dark Knight's picture isn't on milk cartons or in the obituary, it's on a metaphoric sonogram. Like in Gotham, that show took place before there was a Batman. This was Gotham BB. Then you have Pennyworth, which again is Gotham WBB. Gotham way before Batman. Then you have shows like Titans, where you get a nightmare sequence Batman, and then later a Bruce Wayne without the cowl. But they exist purely in the background. Honestly, I'm not going to complain about that though, because that is the closest we got to an actual live-action Batman performance in a show, so I guess we also have a dream sequence of Batman in Batwoman 2, and then also a Hush wearing Bruce's face, so that's almost something, right? But it's like, you know, give me Batman or give me death. But just stop giving me the death of Batman. The last time we got a live-action, full-fledged Batman on a TV show was in the 1960s Batman show. I don't understand why we keep getting Batman shows without Batman. Just make a Batman show. Who is this harming? Secondly, the inclusion of an original character in the lead role in place of an actual established name is a bit confusing. Especially when the creators felt the need to create an adopted son for Bruce, when he already has wards, protégés, a biological son, and actual adopted sons in Batman comics and other Batman TV shows.
How do you forget that?
If there was one mythos that you didn't need to add characters into to smooth things over, it's Batman. There's an entire Batman family to pull characters from. Hell, there's an entire extended Batman family to pull characters from. Why make more? There are so many fan favorites that could have very easily served this purpose and had this role. Tim Drake, Jason Todd, Dick Grayson, who I originally heard was going to be the series lead. I can only imagine that Warner Brothers got cold feet, probably because they thought that that would be too much Dick. Grayson, for casual fans. Sorry, almost got demonetized there for a second. I just assumed that they thought, well, we already got him in Titans doing a very similar thing. People are going to get confused. But no one would have been confused by this. You're putting multiple Batmen in one of your movies. Why can't you have multiple Robins in separate continuities? Someone make it make sense! Although maybe that would be an unfair task for this actor to work with. Here, go be Nightwing when this other guy is clearly crushing it as Nightwing. Dula Dent also concerns me. Not necessarily in terms of the show, but mainly because I think that that's a character that is very easy to get wrong and very hard to get right. As a matter of fact, still to this day, it doesn't feel like anyone, including comic book writers, have a firm grasp of what this character is or what this character is supposed to be. It certainly adds to her lore and mystique, but it makes it hard to accurately describe her, let alone ask an actress to portray her. Like, is she the Joker's daughter? Is she Two-Face's daughter? Is she nobody? Is she somebody? I don't know, they don't know, nobody knows. So I really wish those in charge luck in this department, because that is no easy task for anybody. I think the description of these characters feel very lackluster. Now, that's not necessarily an indication of the characters themselves or the actors' performances or hell, even the show that they're going to appear in. It could all just be very poorly worded, but these characters from this description seem very cookie cutter and basic and bland.
It's just too little, too late, too boring.
But sometimes things in description aren't the same as when they're executed. This all seems so bad that it almost seems intentional. I mean, I know Warner Brothers is capable of great things with this property. They've succeeded before, and they'll succeed again. And I also know that the showrunners are capable of so much more than this. I've seen them do great things. So why does it feel like they're trying to fail here? Granted, there are some positives that do come with this show. For example, Misha Collins is going to absolutely kill it as Harvey Dent. I think he fits the character's aesthetic to a T. But I also think from an acting standpoint, he's got the chops. I am a little bit bummed to see that he's going to be acting as the character here, because it does sort of feel like the perfect casting in an imperfect setting. This is those Amazing Spider-Man movies all over again. Andrew, I'm sorry, you deserved so much better. He's definitely charismatic enough to play the charming district attorney, and I look forward to seeing this performance. I'm also looking forward to seeing the inclusion of characters that aren't often given the credit that they're due. Stephanie Brown and Carrie Kelly aren't the typical names that pop up in Batman lore outside the comics. And they especially don't often make their way onto the big or small screen. And they especially don't show up in live action. I think both characters are highly underrated and, more importantly, highly underutilized. So I'm always in favor of seeing them used in more prominent roles. And it's going to be great seeing them used in some capacity outside of a comic book panel. I really wish the show would do more stuff like that, like it was a focus on the often overlooked characters in the Batman mythos. I really wish the show was a haven for the underused, often disregarded names of Batman comics. You could do a whole lot with a lot of them. There are so many characters in Batman lore that are often thrown by the creative wayside. Duke Thomas, Gotham Girl, Bluebird, Azrael, any of the Batwings, Cassandra Cain, I'm sorry, I will never not bring her up. There's so much more than who I just listed as well. And honestly, that list goes on and on. There's a bunch of characters that aren't put in the public spotlight. And because they're not there, die-hard fans would take an interest because of their inclusion, and the fact that they're not etched into stone for the casual viewer, it would mean that you could do whatever you'd like with them without upsetting a wide audience. No one's gonna cast the first stone for this not being a picture-perfect portrayal of a character that they don't know. Just look at Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad. Because these characters aren't generally recognized names, it gives those in charge total creative freedom, without having to worry about any kind of backlash. Why not do something like that? Why not use these names? Why must we continue to create new ones? This really is Batwoman all over again. You know, Ruby Rose leaves the show so you create Ryan Wilder? Why? Why not choose any of the many underused or never used women in Batman comics? I don't understand what they get from creating these original characters. Had the show gone the same route as the video game of the same name, I think there would be a lot of potential there for good. But instead, it feels like they're attempting to make this Riverdale, but with the new Batman skin put over it. The difference is, Riverdale worked because that property isn't as beloved as it once was. Archie comics, for whatever reason, and for whatever nostalgia some may have for them, just aren't as relevant as they once were. So doing something new with that property, that is completely different, and completely reinvents the wheel, makes sense. Batman, however, is extremely relevant, as he's considered DC Comics and Warner Brothers' most profitable character. People know and love the world of Batman. So seeing this isn't gonna sit well with some people, myself included. Quite frankly, from first impressions, it seems like Batwoman was a significantly better concept than this. And in case you didn't know, Batwoman wasn't exactly thought fondly of. This reminds me of the old Birds of Prey show, but significantly shittier. By a lot. Honestly, I could go for a late-in-life second season of Birds of Prey. I would be there. Gotham Knights? Not so much. I would look forward to another season of Batwoman in comparison to what they've presented this. And hey, it could all just be bad optics, it could be bad marketing. Maybe they're not highlighting the good features or the good aspects about this show. Or maybe there aren't so many good aspects or good features to this show. I just feel like it's already dated. Because I can imagine years from now, people looking back on this and being like, that's how they used to make superhero shows in the 2020s? No, this is not how we make superhero shows in the 2020s. This is how we made superhero shows in the 2000s. They just decided to go and do it again. Now, I want to make it clear, the show hasn't come out yet. And all of this is just my own speculation. I could very well be wrong. It could actually be good. Hell, it could be great. And to be honest with you, I want it to be. I wouldn't mind being wrong. I'm not a person who always needs to be right. I'm only human, and if somebody proves me wrong, then I'm happy that they proved me wrong. And that's exactly what I'm going to give this show. I'm going to give it the opportunity to prove me wrong, because it's deserving of such. However, since I'm petty, I do reserve the right to say I told you so in the event that I'm right. Which I hope I won't be, but I think I will be. I'm not wishing for the show's failure. Warner Brothers is my brand. Batman is my boy. I want them to succeed. I want there to be more Batman shows. I want there to be more Batman content. So I want them to succeed. I so desperately want them to succeed. And like I said, I know that they can. But I also know that they don't always. This feels like a very blatant bad idea. But I will give the show a fair chance. I hope it's awesome, but I am bracing myself for awful. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about Gotham Knights, the show, not the game. And if you like this video and want to see more Batman content, leave me a comment saying, Gotham ABBC. Gotham after bad Batman content. With that being said, I was your least favorite YouTuber, Infuso, and I thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one.
I am vengeance. I am the night, and that was Infuso. Just remember, if you're not tuning in, then you're missing out.
So, if you like the words that came out of his mouth hole, and you too would like to become a V-generate, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, nerds!
And if you're not joining the fun, you're in for one bad day. And you know what they say about having one bad day?
Catch him next time. Same bat time. Same bat channel.